Okay, I'm getting ready to go to Florida, and we were up in Pennsylvania recently, and we got on a dirt road, and look, now it looks like someone put another layer of paint and it's dripped down and blended into all the mud on my car. It's all mud because it rained. Yeah, I left it out in the rain, so that's what it looks like now. I've never seen it look like that before. That could be a new paint job. Only for off-road vehicles, for the Cybertruck. All right, I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I just started out from Reston outside of DC, and I'm heading all the way down to Fort Myers, Florida. This is New Year's Day, and I'm gonna probably run into some supercharger traffic here. According to what I'm seeing in my car, it says only 2 of 8 stalls available. Oh, that's a pothole. Well, now it's not giving me anything. Now it's not telling me there's anything available. Well, it won't give me any info. Sometimes it's inconsistent with this. All right, let's see if this is right or wrong. Oh, there's more spots than they said. All right. I chose not to go to a mall because I figured I was gonna be jammed today. I could have gone to Woodbridge, Potomac Mills Mall, but I figured this was going to be the best spot. Yeah, the gas station's going to be jammed, but yeah, electric cars, not so popular here at gas stations still, but they are at the destination places, so avoid those on holidays. That's my advice. Yeah, let it get a little too low this time. All right, now I am gonna take this trip as fast as I can. I am not gonna pay attention to what it's telling me here. That's an hour for the full thing. I'm just gonna get up to about 100 miles, a little bit more than that, which is where the charge starts to tapers off a little bit more than halfway in your battery, and just go on to the next charger, just like that. Let's see what I need. I'm gonna go down to Chester. 3 of 8 available. That's where I'm going next. See how long it takes me to get there. Or how long I gotta charge, whatever it tells me. That's what I'm doing. 25 minutes, I'm heading to Target right now to get some groceries, go to the bathroom. There's no crosswalk here. You can see I made it across, no walk sign or anything, but that's what happens at a lot of these chargers, unfortunately. Not all of them, but some of them. I want to walk everywhere, but it's really hard to do it at some of them. This one in Fredericksburg is one of them. There's where I'm going, Target. All right, I'm loading up my cooler with some kombucha. Put it on ice. And I've been here longer than I need to be, so let's unplug. All right, we are back on 95. So far, the sun hasn't been an issue here. If you watched my recent videos, we gotta get out of this lane. You know that AutoPilot has had some trouble. Actually, my very recent videos, but this has been a while. Every once in a long while, when that sun just shines straight into the front cameras. It's not doing it now. We're off angle. We were in that angle earlier, and it's have no problems on this trip. You know, we've been in the angle. It has to be like the exact worst angle. So no problem so far. We're on 2019.40. Yeah, we just moved over a little bit. That's cool. To the left, 0.40, 0.2.1. I don't have any newer version because I don't have the new AutoPilot computer yet. I think you only get that one if you have the new AutoPilot computer. I don't have it. So I got to get it. I've already paid for it. Anyway, let's see what else. We've been in traffic. Left around 2 o'clock or so. It's now 3:40. I'm trying to make this trip in as fast a time as possible by, you know, hitting that battery at the bottom, way down, like 10% battery, 20% battery, and then bumping it up to about half at each supercharging stop. I'm not towing, so I can do that. If you're towing, you can't do that, and I've had some videos on that. But anyway, we've been stuck in traffic, and the traffic hasn't been that bad. It's really a joy to use the AutoPilot system when you got traffic in the car. You're driving in traffic. It's just, oh, it's so nice until it does that. Driving along with my chill mode. Oh, we're starting to hit some traffic here. Whoa, didn't want to do that. Whoa, now the truck's letting me by. Good. All of that was done by AutoPilot. I hit the signal, but AutoPilot did all the work. Seemed like it worked out there. Oh no, here's the sun. Whoa. Let's see what happens. This is some direct sun, that's for sure. It's pretty bright, but we're about to get through the worst of it. Alright, nothing happened there. Oh, we are just north of Richmond now. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon. Here we go again. Whoa. We're gonna hit it again around this corner. We're gonna hit that sunlight. Let me turn the speed down. Oh, that's still too. It's getting bright. Yeah, we're making it through here. That's pretty good. I need to shave myself with my hat in my hand. There's the Richmond sign. And here's downtown Richmond. That sun again. Oh yeah, right. That hits pretty hard there. When it is low in the sky like that, it is blinding, even if just for a split second. Here comes that sun again. We are approaching the Supercharger in Chester, Virginia, just south of Richmond now. Our second Supercharger stop of the trip. I gotta get out of this lane. Hopefully it'll get me out of here in time. Come on, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. It's not gonna do it. This has happened before in the same location. It hasn't figured it out yet for some reason. That's no problem getting off here, but making that other lane change is near impossible. Trying to complete maneuver, be prepared to assist. Whoa, I don't know if it's because of the sun. Did you see that? It said trying to complete maneuver, be prepared to assist. I've never seen that before. Interesting. Whoa. All right, there are not many people here, which is good. Screen says 8 of 8 available. I can see that's not correct, but it's good enough. Yeah, there are 2 cars plugged in right now. Just barely gonna reach. I just noticed this on the car. This piece here is knocked out. I think it might have just got pushed out behind here. I'm not sure. Looks like it might have some clips that are missing over here in these holes. Just don't know. I don't need 2 hands on this. Okay, that seemed to fix it. Let me compare that with the other side.
Oh no, there's a piece missing here. I can see down here, and there's those little clips go into it. It's actually missing this. I gotta check that out. Yeah, sure enough, it broke this piece off. I remember hitting something before. We were coming back from Pennsylvania. It must have taken this whole thing out. I don't know what that is, but I need to compare that with what's on the other side. This is the front tire. If you want to kind of get your idea where you are. Yeah, so this is the passenger side. There is this piece right in here that's missing. I'll take some pictures and see about getting a replacement part for that. Yeah, you can really see it right under there where it's missing on the driver's side. Something took that out. Hopefully it's easily replaceable.
All right, we're done here. It's already given me a warning, but I could not wait any longer. Stay below 70. We got 153 miles of range and 108 miles to go. We should be fine, right? I must not wait any longer. As you can see, my lights have already gone dim. They went dim maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Sun setting, and this is one of the longest distances between superchargers on the East Coast, 106 miles. It's the only other ones that rival it are in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, between Savannah and, actually, it's Georgia and South Carolina, between Savannah and Kingston, along the whole coast of Georgia, and also between Savannah and Santee, South Carolina. They're over 100 miles between charges too, which is no big deal unless you're towing, and I'm not towing, thankfully, this time, so that's good. Well, like, it's questionable, huh? All right, we made it. It was thinking there for a while. Nice sunset. Sunset from the road. All right, it's now about 6:30 in the evening, and we are just about over to Rocky Mount Supercharger there. All right, we're at Rocky Mount, and it looks kind of crowded here, and it looks like someone's got a trailer. Maybe a Model X with a trailer. I don't know if someone's towing that one or not. Looks like I doubled up on the wrong one. I should have been over next door. Instead I doubled up with that person over there, so we're not getting full power, but we may not stay here that long. Yeah, I'm limited to 90 on this pack, but I've got like 56 as you can see right now. We're not out of the yellow yet, but let me see. I had Fayetteville programmed in here like we were gonna skip one. Maybe since we have to disconnect anyway, maybe I just won't do that. Maybe I will just go down to the next charger. Let's see. Well, the guy towing the trailer unplugged, so I am up to 92 kilowatts. I might just hang out here now, not go anywhere. Better than taking a chance, right? All right, well, this is weird. Looks like I got deprioritized because they plugged in. Like, now I'm back down. Oh, I went down as soon as they plugged in. Because the other guy had priority, he left, and now someone else plugged in, and I lost priority. That is really weird. That's messed up. I didn't know it even did that. Well, it's time for me to go anyway. Back on the, whoa, back on the road. Got caught my foot. Heading to Smithfield Charger now. Here we are, Smithfield at the outlets. I could possibly make it over to Fayetteville, which is the next one down the line, but I would have only 9 miles of buffer. And it's only 45 degrees here, so I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I will just plug in here for a little while and then make my way down to the next one. We're right down here at the sheets. Well, right here actually. Gotta turn in here. They've got some of the electrical equipment down here. And then, look, there's nobody here. Nobody! I was about to say that it's starting to get really crowded at these places, but maybe not. The max I get on this pack is 90. I'm limited to that because I have supercharged so many times. Like, I think 1,300 times altogether now. Something like that. I'm keeping track on the ChargePoint app. Sorry, I mean PlugShare app. All right, we're ready to go. We've dropped down to 77 kilowatts. It's 8 o'clock. Let's get moving. They got some cool holiday lights across the street. It's a Zaxby's restaurant. Actually, I've never been to one of those. They are a chain, I know that. All right, fast forward to 8:45 in the evening, and we are just about over here at Supercharger in Fayetteville. And I've never had to wait here. I've never even been doubled up. Yeah, 10 of 16 stalls available. That is great news. This charger right here is actually where I usually will hook up the trailer and not have to disconnect when I'm towing. But you know, things are getting busier and busier here at these superchargers. I don't know what's going to happen over time. I'm a little bit concerned about you know, the fact that they are starting to fill up. It's not filled up here, but it's also, you know, New Year's Day, almost 9 o'clock at night. So I don't know. We will see. I gotta get my bed ready for the night too, so let's work on that to move my luggage. Okay, so here is a setup. I don't know if you guys have seen the setup I have, but the front of the car, passenger side, has all the junk in it that I don't need. This is actually the bed, as you can see right here. I have not blown up the mattress yet. That's the last step. Pillow, blanket, and I got my cooler and 2 big luggage things in here as well. You can't do this in the Model S or the Model 3. Plus the windows are all tinted back here. Nobody even knows we're back here. I've got other videos on the setups, but that's basically it. I wanted to just show you guys so you can see from the back. And again, it'll raise up, you know, like 5 inches when I put air in there, and it'll be nice, comfy space. So that is what we've got. We're gonna close everything up because I need to go into the hotel and brush my teeth. I'm gonna keep going because I'm still awake. The way I don't generally do these road trips is I'll stay awake or I'll keep going as long as I can stay awake is kind of how I do it. So it's cold, I got some energy. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and keep driving. And at this Fayetteville location, we get a nice little welcome Tesla owners sign. And at this one, there's a Cracker Barrel across the street, but I do not go there. As you guys may or may not know, I am plant-based vegan, so Cracker Barrel is just not a place that I hang out anymore. I used to. And that was when my health was bad, but it's way better now, and I'm way older too, so just remember that. Oh, I almost forgot to brush my teeth. Cold! Can't wait for it to warm up in Florida. Doesn't want to stay. Okay, stay. Good. My door didn't open all the way, but it'll close. Changing lanes at the faster lane. All right, next stop is going to be Florence, South Carolina. We can skip over Lumberton, which is good. See, there's Lumberton, and we'll have 10% battery when we get to Florence, according to what this is telling us. Let's fix that up there again. There we go. All right, south of the border. Anybody know what this is? We're not stopping though, I can tell you that. Not stopping. South Carolina, here we are. Well, I just wanted to mention now it's almost 10 o'clock at night. Things have calmed down with the traffic. As you can see, there's almost nobody on the road already. That I just wanted to comment that this system of AutoPilot is so smooth right now. I think I've got 2019.40.2.1, I think that's what it is. Yes. And if you look at my videos, you know, I've been making videos now with AutoPilot for almost 2 years, and I've got AutoPilot 2.0. In case you guys don't know, I've got full self-driving, but I don't have the upgraded computer yet, which is probably why I do not have the new 0.50 download yet, because I don't have that new computer. And it's just gotten so much better. When it first started out, you know, the AutoPilot 2.0 was behind AutoPilot 1 in terms of technology and smoothness, but it's caught up and surpassed AutoPilot 1 now. It used to be ping-ponging. They ping-pong back and forth in the lane all the time. It is so nice now. So nice. It's taken all this time with the software improvements. So just want to put that in here in the video. And if you look at any of my previous videos, you will definitely be able to tell. One of my early videos that was a long distance trip was actually in 2017, I think in March, or no, I got my car in March, probably May. I drove the same route down. Actually, it wasn't quite as far as from North Carolina, I think at the time. I think it was. Actually, no, maybe it was from DC. Anyway, that you could see how it did on that trip and how it was behaving compared to now. That was 2.5+ years ago, and the improvements, just check it out. It was like a full self-driving 1,000+ mile trip. Something like that. That was one when I first really watched videos, and it's a long video too. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. Here we are, Florence. Actually, one of the things I've been doing is making sure my suspension is up. Yeah, let's put it up there. It's still guiding us around this corner. It's like another limited access whoa, trash. It doesn't avoid that trash. You see that? That's it. Oh. Okay. See if it's gonna get us to change lanes. Yes, and we're gonna go all the way over to the left. This is at a mall here in Florence. And this highway ends right up here. I'm not sure where the navigator on AutoPilot ends. It doesn't say it's ending, but just you can see a traffic light, 500 feet. There, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll go off. 75. Alright, I gotta take over. We're turning here. The suspension thing is to aid with tire wear, rear tire wear. I got plenty of videos on that. Model X and Model S, but any of them, you cannot adjust camber in the back, and they tend to eat through the insides of your rear tires unless you are bumping it up to whenever you can above normal, which is below 45 for extra high, very high, and then above 35 for high, or below 45. No, below 45 for high, below 35 for very high. Yeah. It's empty here now. Just about everything's closed here, except for maybe the IHOP behind me. And you got these cones here so that you can get your spot here reserved, which is nice. Very, very nice. Nobody takes it, because people tend to take it. I met the guy who started putting these cones in first. I actually made a video about that, I think, a while back. This cable's pretty stiff. It's not been used and it's cold. There it is, blank again. My computer's so old and slow. Alright, I'm probably going to try to make it to Santee, although 1 of 8 available. Oh my gosh, why is that? I'm probably going to stop. There's a rest area right there. There's no real bathroom there. There's a hotel, but they closed their lobby, and the hotel across the street doesn't let you use their lobby. It's kind of messed up situation. So I'm probably going to crash, get up enough electricity, crash here after this lake at the rest area, and then get up and charge in the morning as soon as I can get up. Okay, so while I'm charging, let's get the bed set up. I told you I was going to have to do that. Whoa, get the lights on here. Let's see, how is it looking back there? You can see blanket, pillow. Let's pull it back here a little bit. Blanket, pillow, you can't see as much there. And we gotta go check this out again. And here is where the air pump goes in. So let's get that ready to go. All right, we're good to go with the bed now. Excellent. I'm practically falling asleep here. I really need to get to about 200 miles of range, and it slows down so much as you get up here. Look, I'm on 53 kilowatts now. $11 p.m. Actually, I can't stay any longer. I can't even stay awake. I'm just going to park at the Santee Charger like I've done in the past, and I'm going to use the bottle. You know what the bottle is if you got to go. That's what I'm going to do. There's some crazy speed bumps. They're really small, but you got to go really slow. Oh, when you hit them. Right. Alright, it's a straight shot down the Santee now. I'll pump the speed up. Well, I just want to document that the AutoPilot just shut off. Suddenly shut off, no reason at all. It won't go on, you can see. It's just shut off. Take the wheel immediately and shut off at 11:50 at night. Driving down the road. Still won't go back on. I don't know why auto steer is not available, but something's not right. Cruise control unavailable. Nothing's available. We just passed the truck on the right. Doesn't show any of the vehicles. It's not showing. The lines would be like a thick gray or a blue or something like that if they were able to be. If it was sensing it. But see, it's not sensing anything. Nothing. Like the lines are completely gone now. There aren't even any lines. Nothing. Well, what in the world's going on? This is the only time this trip has happened. It very rarely will shut off like this, but it's doing it now. You can see we're close to our destination. Well, I spoke too soon. It just went on. Let's try it again, and it went on. Wow, just like that. I have no idea why it shut off. These things are always a mystery. No idea. Okay, we are close to the Supercharger and the rest area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at the rest area actually. Use the bathroom and then go to the Supercharger, get some sleep, and then wake up and start charging immediately. Keep going. And it's midnight right now. Season's greetings from the Cracker Barrel, or wherever that is. Anyway, we are here. We're just literally right down the road. It's right here. And I've only got 83 miles, so I think 81 now. I'm going to charge up just because I don't want the thing to cut off on me. And I went to the bathroom at the rest area because this Clark's Inn is not always open. It's not open 24 hours in the lobby. And they don't let you go across the street to the other hotel. There's a sign up here because I guess they don't like that. So I'm going to charge for a little bit because otherwise when you get up to 20%, which is like 50 miles of range, then everything cuts off. The climate control doesn't work anymore on camp mode. So I'm going to put it in camp mode and I'm going to fix the key up and I'm going to charge in the meantime very quickly, get some more range here. Hopefully I'm not doubling up on anybody. We'll soon find out. And also those ones at the end are new. They were 72 kilowatts, but they permanently installed the 150s. They were the urban chargers. They're just holding out. They need to expand this. They still need to expand this one. Hopefully this will ramp up quickly. Yes, I picked a good one. All right. You may be wondering what all this aluminum foil is. This is to wrap my key. You gotta completely wrap it so it's completely covered and no signal can get out of it. And when you do that, then no one can get into your car with the keys in the car, but it's the only way to do it. I found out the hard way, believe me. Someone broke into my car when I was asleep in it one time. Bad. The way I generally do this is I want to get as much electricity as I can here. Because when I sleep, once it starts to ramp down from 90, I'll turn it off. Probably once it goes down to about 80. When I go to sleep, I want to have the heat on, and I want to sleep as long as I can. I'm not even going to set the alarms. What I do on these trips, whenever I get up, I just get up and go, just like that. Oh, and there's a guy walking around here, as you can see, checking out. I think he's got a slow charger, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. Oh man, I don't know if it's just the holidays, but it is really picking up with volume out here. I can tell you at Superchargers, Tesla really needs to expand these things dramatically. I've never seen this many cars out here this late at night, like the middle of the night. Yeah, I think he's figured out he's doubled up and he's switching spots. The person next to me just left. This guy's moving again. I guess he was doubled up. That's the only place he can go where he's not doubled up now. Alright, that's it for now. I'm gonna disconnect and get to bed. Okay. So I am just pulling over here. Whoa. Yeah. It's a little bit away. Right here. Grab a nap or a whole night's sleep. Yeah, it's late. There we go. Oh, and turn this up. Turn up the fan so you don't hear any exterior noises. I've got the key in a single layer of foil. Now I got all these little layers to put on, and I might need to get some additional layers too, but you got to wrap it tight before you can lock it. Hit the lock on the phone, and it should pull the mirrors in. If it does, then it's done right. All right, this thing is huge. Hopefully it works. All right, good night, everybody. Good morning. It's about 6:15 a.m. I got up, so it's time to take the key out of the container. Just right here. Sometimes the door pops up when you do that. Yeah, try to unlock the car first manually, and then sometimes the door pops open, and you got to make sure you close it quickly. If it does, if somebody's out there. Check it out, there's nobody here now. We just like a late night frenzy last night, but now it's all to myself. So it looks like I'm gonna have to charge for about 20 minutes. And then we're heading down to Savannah, just at the airport. You can see here my battery pack is charging through the USB port. I should have kept Sentry mode on last night so it was charging all night, but it wasn't. Sometimes it switches on and off if you don't have Sentry mode on too, so I would advise you probably always want to keep that on. You just can't move much when you're inside your car when Sentry mode's on because it'll detect movement and then it'll sound the alarm. While still waiting, I'm not sure how it's calculating. I've got, you see, 157 miles. It's only 109 miles away. Maybe it knows it's cold, I'll be using the heat, but it's only saying like I'll have 3% when I get there, so I can't leave yet still. Even though I've got way extra mileage, it was just 1%, so I know this is working. It's actually doing calculations, so I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I think we're just about ready to go now. We should have plenty of range. I want to check out that sign. I want to show you guys that sign before we leave. Here it is. Oops. There we go. Back on the road. Back on the road. Let's go. It's just about 7 o'clock in the morning. Whoa, I can't hold the camera steady. And we are finally back on the road at 7 o'clock in the morning. A little bit of sunrise here from the road. Look at that sunrise. Oh man, driving with my knee. The autopilot just shut off again. I'm just north of Savannah, Georgia, by about 30 minutes. Look, second time this trip, it shut off. I've had it shut off every once in a long while, but not 2 times in the same trip. This is a long trip, but still, there's no reason why it should be shutting off. Look, it's not like I'm in bad conditions. Something's just not right. Oh man. Oh well. Well, I mean, like I said earlier in this video, in this long video, things are getting so much smoother, but I guess it's getting pickier. I have the old hardware. Who knows if it's some kind of combination of that. Maybe I got to contact Tesla and find out about when I get my new computer. It's still out, but look, actually, it got upset with me over there at the lane. Now it's working. Oh, God. Totally inconsistent, but at least it's back, right? Yeah. About 8:15 in the morning, we're about to pull into Savannah. There's an oversized wide load. Just know that the current version of AutoPilot still does not make adjustments for that. You really got to watch it. You can't really drive by trucks like that. They're too wide. I really got to go to the bathroom. So yeah, we're gonna pass this truck. We're gonna get behind it. I guess we're getting behind it. Autopilot decided all that. You know, it's a warmer climate. Look at these flowers blooming. This supercharger is in the airport, so we are heading into the airport. It's one of the unique ones. You gotta pay for parking, you gotta go get your ticket validated. If you're towing, it's even more challenging. You gotta park in another lot. I've done videos on that, but we're almost there. Down here are the chargers. My experience has been the ones up here are not working as well. These are the older ones, I guess. I don't know. But the ones down the end here, I think they may have been expanded at one point, are the best. You gotta be really careful, especially with the Model X, going between these two. Usually pretty quiet here. Except for me. A little trick here on the door to save this window from going up and down all the time, which it does, is like if the window's down, I'll start it going up and then I'll hit the door while it's doing that. Oh, now that's weird. I've never seen that happen before. That's really weird. Anybody ever seen that? Why would it do that? Try this again. Actually, this time I'm pushing the button. Let me just try to push the door shut. Yeah, see how it didn't go up all the way? Usually it goes down and up. So I'm just trying to prevent that from happening if I can. And then I'll lock the car, I guess, that way. That works. Here's my ticket. You gotta go get it validated. Over into the main airport terminal. Got it validated. Just got to show them your key or your app at the service information desk. All right, I'm all done charging. It's got to go up here to a person instead of a machine so they can take my ticket. All right, back on the road, headed to Kingsland, Georgia, and it's like one of the longest ones, like 105 miles. There's 3 of them on this trip. I think I told you that. This one, the one between Santee and Savannah, which we just made before this, and then the one between Rocky Mount and Chester, Virginia. That's another one that's over 100 miles. So lots of driving now. Well, we're about halfway through Georgia now. The sun's coming out. And I just saw my first police officer of this entire drive, at least the ones that I've noticed anyway. And I was in the left lane with the cruise control set at 77. He was running radar over here on the right. Didn't get me, but there were people passing me. Just before I saw that person, people that were passing me, flying by me on the right lane. They came up so fast I couldn't even get over in time. That's been the extent of the police presence so far. Almost to Kingsland. That sun is getting bright and straight in front of us. We're at the Kingsland Welcome Center. The police station's here as well. They definitely need increased capacity here. Hopefully I won't have to double up. It's gonna be close. Well, thankfully I didn't have to double up, but it's so close here. Oh my gosh. You know, it can't get any closer. Tesla really needs to increase the number of chargers here along 95. Really does. I mean more locations. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I gotta quickly use the bathroom before heading out of here and down to the Jacksonville Supercharger. I'm gonna skip one of them in Jacksonville, go to the second one down. All right, it's just about 11 o'clock, getting back on the road, heading into Florida now from Georgia. I've got the hat back on and got rid of the sweatshirt. It's 80, it says 81, I can't be right. Jacksonville. All right, we're south of the city of Jacksonville now, about ready to get in to charge. And there's 9 of 10 available here. Excellent, excellent, thank you. Getting a little challenged here. We'll make it. Whoa, now we're accelerating.
Oh, well, there are a few people here.
I can really hear the difference in the cooling fans now that we're down south in the hot temps. It wasn't doing that up north in the cold weather. They really start to run that air conditioner to cool those batteries in the warm weather. Whoop. We are right next to the St. Johns River now, getting ready to cross it. It just went out on me again. Right on this bridge. Third time this trip. It went out. See, it won't turn back on. Man. That could have been disastrous. At least it gives audio cues too. If you're not looking down at that. Still won't go on. I don't know if it was the sun or not. The sun is right up in there. But it's at a weird angle. It shouldn't be affecting the cameras. Looks like we've lost it for a bit of time again. There's the motorcycle. See it on there? Yep. It shows it as a motorcycle. It's been doing that for a number of software, different versions. Including recently, obviously, and I think it's here to stay, which is good. Well, look, I'm noticing some wandering. You see this? That's because the sun is almost directly overhead. This has been an issue, like I've noted in some of my videos recently, where the system shut off. But in this case, it gets blinded too. It's what's happening. The system gets blinded. You see how that wheel is going like that? I can see the lines. I can see them. They're clear. But it's a reflection off the pavement. It's the sunlight. It's hitting us directly. At least it hasn't shut off yet. Well, look, I'm noticing some wandering. You see this? That's because the sun is almost directly overhead. This has been an issue, like I've noted in some of my videos recently, where the system shut off. But in this case, it gets blinded too. It's what's happening. The system gets blinded. You see how that wheel is going like that? I can see the lines. I can see them. They're clear. But it's a reflection off the pavement. It's the sunlight. It's hitting us directly. At least it hasn't shut off yet. Alright, we just passed through Palatka. I didn't show you anything there. There's nothing to see. But if you hadn't noticed, we're in the area of Florida that nobody really goes to, which is awesome. So don't tell anybody about this area, please. Alright, well, AutoPilot is not going to pass for me, so I'll have to pass this person at some point soon. This is it. We're entering into the forest, Ocala National Forest, the hidden gem of Florida. It's great here. Really, really nice. You're going to get to see a long distance view down here if we can see it. You can see step over that way, step over this way, and then down. And you won't be able to see the long distance view so much because of the trailer in the way. Maybe in a second. I'll try to slow it down so you can see. There we go. We're heading straight south now into the forest. That sign said bear next 50 miles. Passing. Gotta do this myself. Lunch of champions, huh? I just finished up with some Engine 2 hummus and organic carrots. More lunch. Should have some good views down here. Right across this bridge. Oh, no, just a little bit. There's some long views now. The forest. We just passed through Salt Springs, which is like a little town out in the forest here, built around a lake, which is really started to get, you know, developed, I'd say. Not just developed, but improved. It was really falling into disrepair when I started coming out here in 2014, early 2014. I'd actually never even been here before that. Yeah, I have to turn that off. Okay, there we go. But it's really, this whole area is improving. It's so much better than it used to be, but there's more people here now. There used to hardly be any cars on this road. I used to go almost this whole road and hardly see a car or two. And there's a Florida shell right here. You can see the marker right there. That's the Florida Trail, which is a cool trail to go on. Especially in this area, it's nice and quiet, except when you get near the roads. There aren't that many roads. There's some logging in here. Don't like that. This is another area where the Florida Trail comes through. Alright, we are heading over to the Ocala Supercharger right now, and hopefully, thankfully, it says 7 of 8 are available. That's good. We are leaving the forest, Ocala National Forest. We're heading west into Ocala and Silver Springs. Actually, first is the town of Silver Springs, and then is city of Ocala. We're just gonna scoot through there and then go right over to the Supercharger. I want to say that Ocala is a pretty cool area. They got a lot of a neat little downtown area, historic district, and of course our nonprofit runs Ocala Veg Fest. Go to ocalavegfest.org for more details. Very close to the Ocala Supercharger. Should be there right around 2:30 p.m. All right, I'm here at Ocala. It's at a nice outdoor mall. Lots of stuff to do here, and I do not have to double up, which is awesome. Got my own charger. Whoa. See, there's only 8 of them here. And I just gotta make one more stop in Tampa. I gotta find out how long I need to charge to do that. I'm gonna check it out right now. Looks like about a half hour. Just enough time for me to go to the bathroom, straighten a few things up, and I'll be there. Bye-bye, Ocala Supercharger. Back to I-75, which we were on right before we got here, and down to Tampa. So I'm thinking if we don't hit any bad traffic, it's going to be about 27 hours total time and about 1,000 miles of total driving. I got to add up how many supercharging stops we made. This was the last one, because we don't need to make one when we get to Tampa. And we made 2 extra stops in the Ocala National Forest, which you didn't see here. I didn't put them on here, but I did. So it could have been done faster for sure in a Model X at least. You can see it says it's 90 degrees. I don't know about that. I don't think it is. I think it's always heats up when you're supercharging. Those fans are going crazy, but still, I think in the 80s here. So warm. I could do a little off-roading here, but I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I could be sitting in that. Thank God I'm not. Wow, that's some traffic. Well, as it turns out, I am going to charge. It'll be charge number 13. I'm going to charge here down in Tampa because parking's at a premium. If you've ever been here before, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, let's see if there's any spots. 7 of 10 available. Okay, that's good. And we scooted over to the left. You see that? Because the truck's big. I like when it does that. Whoa, this person's getting a little too close to me. Okay, thank you for not going. Thank you for waiting. Whoa. Sorry about that. Which way are we going? Going to the right? Yeah. Everything's merging here. There we go. You got that sun into play a little bit. Almost done, almost done. So he gives a few blinks and scoots over to the one side, which is nice. I like when it does that. We are very close to downtown Tampa. You can see the buildings off there in the distance. Well, since this is the first real traffic I've hit since the beginning of the trip, and I didn't even record any of that beginning of the stuff. It was so boring, but hopefully this will be boring also. This traffic. Autopilot's trying to maneuver around. We just turned back and I got my right foot into that. It helped us to make sure that we actually completed that lane change. Here we go. We are. I hope we're going the right way. This is what I like about AutoPilot. I don't have to think about these crazy little intersections here, going all different directions, especially in urban areas. That's where you usually make a wrong turn. I know I have a bad history of making wrong turns in these types of situations. Whoa, here comes the sun. I know what's AutoPilot trying to do here? Make a right turn. Whoa, don't get too close to me. Whoa, they are trying to turn too. Are they? No, they were hitting the brakes. It's hard to tell what they were trying to do. What were they trying to do? And we get the sun in play here. There's downtown. Skyline. Alright, now back to this. This is all the work here, right here at the very end. So we've got to go down about a mile to Howard Avenue and then get off. Yeah, I don't like this differential speed. You can see the trafficy mess we've got here. There's a dump truck, and thankfully AutoPilot yielded to not the dump truck, cement truck. It did yield to it. I want to see if anybody lets me in here. Or no. Is it going to try to stay behind the dump truck? I guess it is. And there's a van behind me trying to turn. Can you see that van? They're trying to turn. So, alright, let me in. Good. Good job. That was a tough little thing. You've got the differential speed going on the right. Everyone's going really fast. Everyone's really slow over there on the left. Gotta be really careful. I think we did a good job on that. What do you guys think? There's a dump truck, and thankfully AutoPilot yielded to not the dump truck, cement truck. It did yield to it. I want to see if anybody lets me in here. Or no. Is it going to try to stay behind the dump truck? I guess it is. And there's a van behind me trying to turn. Can you see that van? They're trying to turn. So, alright, let me in. Good. Good job. That was a tough little thing. You've got the differential speed going on the right. Everyone's going really fast. Everyone's really slow over there on the left. Gotta be really careful. I think we did a good job on that. What do you guys think? Alright, we made it off, and I really have to get off at the next exit. I wish AutoPilot would have realized that and not let me sit behind that dump truck forever, but that's what it did. Almost there. Alright, we're getting close. Look at this Honda. That's a Honda CR-V with fake wood on the side. You ever see anything like that? That's crazy. Who drives one of those? Almost there. Here we are. Lots of room for me, which is good. Alright, this is it. End of the trip. And this one, I don't think this even counts, if you ask me. I could take a scooter now.